Go ahead and share the screen. So it looks like that you have to disable, it's disabled right now for me to go ahead and share my screen if you can allow me to do that.
Okay, let's see. See if it lets you share your screen now.
Yep, we should be good to go. You should see it in a moment.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Hi, everyone. My name is Elizabeth. I'm a senior account manager here at affordablehousing.com over in the Housing Authority side. So I assist with our Rent Watch software. Been in the company now for about 7 years, so you're in great hands. And I would say I'm pretty knowledgeable at this point. So we're going to start our presentation today, just kind of going over and focusing on the owner aspect of affordablehousing.com. We did do a name change about, I think, a year and a half, 2 years ago now. And with that came a lot of incentives, along with we are continuously adding to our owner side as well, just to make it a lot easier for you folks as owners to list properties, add comparables, and just navigate the website. So I will stop after the PowerPoint to answer any questions you have. But if you don't want to forget it, you can always just go ahead and put that in the chat function and I will answer that as well, or we can just wait to the end. I'm just gonna go ahead and share my screen to a full screen. And now you should see the full screen of the cover page of my PowerPoint. And like I mentioned, this is my contact information. I'll pull up again at the end. So if you folks have any questions, you can reach out to our department that deals directly with the owners and landlords and participants. So a little bit of an agenda of what I'm going to go over today. Like I mentioned, just a brief overview of affordablehousing.com. We're going to focus on some site features, listing and managing your property, some free user benefits versus our premium membership benefits. So you can list a property for free on affordablehousing.com, but you do have the choice to upgrade to our premium membership if you would like. And I'll touch base on that in a minute to tell you the differences between the two, but it's totally optional, not mandatory. We're going to touch base between the free and the premium landlord benefits. So just some information about us. So what is affordable housing? So affordablehousing.com is the nation's #1 platform for affordable housing listings. Ever since the name change, we didn't want just to focus on the Section 8 department itself, overall just affordable housing, whether it be disability housing, low income, student housing, public housing. We just wanted to be a one-stop shop for all affordable housing needs. So we currently have ties to over 500 different government agencies. Here's a few of the large ones we work directly with, whether it be our Rent Reasonable software, our waiting list software, or just the usage of affordablehousing.com, because we do link directly to a lot of the housing authorities across the country. So like HACLA, which is Los Angeles, San Diego, Boston, Philly, Chicago, Miami, LA, state of Connecticut, state of Massachusetts. We have multiple users in the state of Massachusetts as well, Dallas. So we have lots of connections all across the US. So we basically work with everyone all the way from Alaska, Hawaii, down to South Florida and everywhere in between. Lots of small agencies and lots of large agencies as well. And we're constantly expanding. So like I mentioned, our site doesn't just list Section 8 listings. It has affordable housing listings overall. So if you're maybe waiting or your tenant is waiting to become next on the Section 8 waiting list, they do have the availability to go into affordable housing and view just other properties that landlords are eager to list as well, or to work with those participants. Of course, we are mobile responsive, so we currently do not have an app, but no matter where you are, as long as you have access to the internet, you can access your account, whether you're a housing agency, you're a landlord, or you are a tenant or participant. Everything from applying to waiting lists on their mobile device to maybe checking your properties, answer any inquiries on the owner side as well. So really, as long as you have internet, we are very mobile responsive. All right. So a little bit about the owner dashboard. So once you log into affordable housing, you're going to go ahead, if you don't have an account yet, create an account and you'll sign in. It does take about 24 hours for your account to be approved. However, you can always just give us a call and they'll verify the information over the phone in order to approve your account itself. And then the same thing with listings. We do approve all listings before they're actually listed on affordablehousing.com. We have lots of tools on the back end to ensure that these listings are all verified, accurate listing within the United States, that is their listing as well. So lots of different factors all on the back end that are going on. Once you sign in, this is your main dashboard here. So as you can see, you have a lot of different options. You can tell right away your listings, if you have anything in your inbox, applicants, prospects, with our quick match service, which I'll touch base in a second, but this is a premium functionality. You can also have your potential tenants send you an internal messaging system along with them actually going out and giving you a call, because you do list your phone number on the website when you list the listing. So they will be contacting you. So here's an example of what those listings look like. Very easy. You'll just go in, hit right here where it says add new listing. And then you'll just start filling out all the information of your property. So the address, obviously, bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, your bill, everything. And then you'll just submit it for it to get approved. But once you have all your listings in place, this is what it will look like. Give you some breakdown if you're a premium member about the inquiries, prospects, applicants, because they can apply for your listing as well. That is optional. I'll go over that in a second. This is kind of what your listings page will look like, and you have access to unlimited listings. So if you have a lot of properties, you can list them here for free, or you can upgrade. It's really your choice. Okay, so some owner benefits, just whether you're a premium member or you are just a free member, here are just the overall benefits for owners on affordablehousing.com. So owners can upload listings to our website free of charge. Like I mentioned, they do not have to upgrade if they don't want to. Owners have access to a variety of built-in pre-screening tools. So we do have, a questionnaire they can fill out with some of the pre-screening tools, so you can go ahead and know that information beforehand. Personalized waiting list for property listings. This is a great tool for large complexes or large management companies. So if you own, let's say you're a property manager for a very large complex and have multiple units available within this complex, but then maybe they get all leased up, you can always have that waiting list for your property. So as soon as a new listing is available, you can reach out to them, or you can just list them on your website like normal. It's really up to you how you want to utilize that. You also get access to runner scores that rank potential tenants based on ability to pay, the property fit, and then the search activity. So based on what that tenant's looking for, it kind of gives you, runner score to let you know that they are matched or they're not. So if you're listing your property for $2,000, but that renter can only afford $1,000, they do have the potential to have a lower renter score. So you just want to make sure that we match you up with the best tenants for you. So a little bit more about this renter score. So renter scores are basically a metric unique to affordablehousing.com. It's something we created in order to assist you. It's designed to help streamline applicant management processes. We use data collected from the renter's application, the website activity, and search history. So we gather all that information in order to achieve that renter score. We take a look at the image to the left. It's just an example of what that looks like. So this one's about 77% match. And without going into it more in depth and looking at why, they could be a great potential match for that specific property. Now it'll tell you why they are not as well. Score is updated daily just based on what the tenant is looking for and all the conditions they're looking for. And then basically the score consists of like three main things. It's the renter's ability to pay, the property fit. So does your listing match the property type the renter is looking for? Just a little background on the renter side, the tenant side. They can actually sign up for this quick match service that's free of charge. We never charge renters for anything. And then when they fill out this information, let's say something they're looking for is not currently available, or there's nothing on the market, they'll put like how much rent they're looking for, what area, what zip code, bedroom size, bathroom size. And that's a little bit about the quick match service on their end. And that's how they make sure that the property is a good fit for them when you get these renter scores. So it's just what basically they are looking for. And then, of course, motivation. The renter's eagerness to move, measured by their search activity and messaging. So the more active that your renter or your tenant is on affordablehousing.com, that will also increase the potential match. So if you have a renter that's on their daily trying to reach out to landlords trying to get a property for rent, that will increase the renter score. So that's the three main things they base that score on. Great tool to have so you can know your potential match with that tenant. So owners also have access to something called our rent estimator tool. This is what that looks like here to the right. So basically they'll put in their property address, how many bedrooms it is, and put get estimate. And then this will break down to very broad overview, but it would break down what you could potentially get for your property. Now, please keep in mind, this is not taking into consideration, different bedroom sizes or different property types, square footage, your bill, amenities, utilities, any of that. It's just a very broad aspect of what you could potentially get for your property. So if you're an owner that just has no idea what you can get, this would be a good tool for you as a starting point. So owners can also use the free rent estimator tool with or without an account. So simply input your subject address, like I mentioned, number of bedrooms, and then get the free estimate. And if you look closely on that image, you'll see all the way to the right, gives you a breakdown within the search radius, within the zip, city, and county. This does give you a good breakdown on some general aspects of what you could potentially get. All right, so some additional owner benefits, but these are only premium features. These are not for a free landlord. This is if you decide to upgrade to our premium features, these are some things you're going to get with that. So you're going to get a premium account, of course. Owners can access a more detailed breakdown of that renter score. So when you're a premium member, you can actually see why that tenant or that potential renter has that score. So if they have like a 77%, like in this image example to the right, it'll tell you exactly why. So maybe, they're not actively on the website every day, or maybe you're a little bit out of their price range. Maybe they're really going for a 3-bedroom and you have a 2-bedroom, but you have a loft. So that's different things you would look into. You can create a custom pre-screening application. So add additional questions, like if they have any pets or how many people will be within, the household, things like that. You can actually create those pre-screening questions to add to the application. And then, of course, you get to utilize the built-in application management software overall. So here's some additional features if you did decide to upgrade. And like I said, like I've mentioned, it's totally optional. You do not have to utilize the premium services if you do not want to. But there are lots of incentives, as you can see. The owners can reach out to hundreds of prospects, basically rentals, with the quick match service. Now, I did touch base on quick match for the tenants. So just to review on that, the tenants, if they're looking for a particular address, can't find anything in that area, maybe it's just a specific zip code, they're looking for a 5-bedroom or something that maybe is not too common, or just don't see anything. They can actually call in, reach out to our customer service team, and free of charge, we can send them up for quick match. And as soon as a new property is listed based on their criteria, what they're looking for, they'll receive a notification letting them know that. Now, on the premium side, how this benefits the owners is you will also get access to quick match. So before, let's say they miss the notification, or maybe they opt into emails and they don't check their email as often as they should, you'll also get this quick match feature saying, oh, wow, well, John Smith actually is a perfect match. They're like a 99%. Wonder why they haven't reached out to me since I just posted this, and they probably have quick match. So you can reach out to them. So you can communicate seamlessly with applicants via auto reply emails or SMS messaging. They do also get notified via SMS if they opt into that. So that's another way. It's all internal though. And you can see those potential matches when you upgrade, and only when you upgrade to the owner premium benefits. And then you can easily elect or reject applicants based by altering their status. So it's super easy for you to keep constantly this list up to date. So if you are, like I mentioned earlier, a large property management company, and just want to keep this list up to date, John Smith is on the top of the page, you have a new apartment available, you reached out to them, but they're not interested, then you can go ahead and reject their application or add a note saying, already had a property, not interested anymore. So it's nice to know that you can keep this list up to date. All right, and then there's some even more features for you. So another great thing is, besides bumping up your listing once every 24 hours to the top of the page, if you're a premium member, your listings actually look 4 times larger than the free accounts. Now, that doesn't mean that the free accounts don't get their properties listed. This is just an example. So if you look at this one right here, 28 East 2nd Street, Chicago, the larger one that's going for $11.95, you can see that this is the exact image on how it looks. It's a little bit smaller than this on the website, but you'll get the idea that this is what a premium member property looks like. Compared to the one below it that's smaller, is what a free member looks like. So yes, there will be a little bit larger, exactly 4 times larger on the listing side. But if you are a free member, you still get your property listed free of charge, and this is what it'll look like. So it's just kind of what the premium looks like versus the free. And then just another perk, just from some statistics we've done, that usually when you are a premium user, you get about 10 times the amount of users a free user. Because if we have, let's say, 100 premium users and 2,000 free users, it's a little extreme. Let's say we did have something like that. These free users don't get to bump up their listing to the top of the page, and they will be lower on the search radius. So maybe they're like 6, 7 pages in, versus our premium members that are probably in the top few pages. So now, so many things are included with the premium membership. The question is always pricing. This is our current pricing, just as of this morning. So it hasn't changed or anything. This is our current pricing for those premium memberships. You can choose to opt in 3 ways. So you can just do it annually, and then you'll save over $360, but you'll be paying it monthly. So it'd be $49 per month. You can choose to just go quarterly, which, it'll be every quarter. So it'd be 3 months worth of access for $59 per month. And after that, you'll be able to cancel. Or you can do monthly. Let's say you're not sure, just go ahead and just do month to month. It is a little bit more, so it would be $79 per month. Our most popular one is the quarterly. I would say if you're not a large management company that needs to have your listings available all year long, maybe you're a mom and pop, have a few listings, or you're a product manager that has a few, quarterly is usually our most popular, because you're only stuck to this membership for about 3 months. After that, if you choose to continue, then you can, but by choosing the quarterly, you will be billed $59 per month for 3 months. And of course, if you ever have any questions on that or need to cancel anytime, you can always call in our customer support team. Here is their information. So you'll call this number directly. We're multilingual. They can reach us via chat, email, or phone. And then this is the team dedicated just for owners, renters, and applicants. So our customer service team, we have a lot of people in there. I would say we've almost doubled, maybe even close to tripled in size for our customer service team since COVID. They're all very trained, very knowledgeable, great team there. Manager makes sure that they go through intensive training, so they can answer all your questions. And they're open from Monday to Thursday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then on Fridays from 9 to 6. The best way to do is just give them a call, and then you'll be directed to someone in that department. All right, is there any questions on anything I went over in the PowerPoint? I do have some additional things I want to show you. I'm going to log into a test account so you can see that. But any questions about anything we've gone over so far, either raise your hand, unmute yourself, or you can go ahead and put that in the chat box. All right, doesn't look like there's any questions, so I'm gonna go ahead and sign into one of my test accounts. So you can see that. I'm actually gonna sign into a premium account just so you can see that momentarily. I'm just gonna pause my recording to go ahead and log in on the back end very quickly.
I'm sorry, Elizabeth, you said you want me to pause the recording?
Oh no, I just paused my screen very quickly.
Oh,
No
okay.
worries. Yeah, I'm just logging on the back end.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm resuming my screen now, so you should be able to see the affordablehousing.com website just on your screen. So like I mentioned, you'll just go ahead and click sign in. You'll put your username, your password, sign in, and then this is what your premium membership will look like. Your owner membership for free owners is a little bit similar, but I wanted to log into a premium one so you can see what that looks like. So as you can see here, this is a test account, so we have many listings, prospects, lots of information here. But basically all those screenshots that I shared with you in my PowerPoint are just like this. So this is your listing page. You'll get to boost to the top of the page once every 24 hours. It even tells you how many listings are above yours. So here's what that looks like. As you can see, they have over 107 listings in this test account. But you'll have access to all that. You can search for civic address, any that are available now, lots of different tools. You do from newest to oldest, most views, least views. So lots of different filters you can also utilize. So if you're just interested on, okay, well, which one is my least viewed one? And I want that one to be on the top of the page. I'll actually organize that as well. So just give that a second. Then I'll just show you which ones are your least viewed. Lots of functionality here under the listing side. Adding a new listing is very easy as well. You'll just click on add new listing. And then you'll just go through the process. It's going to ask you, the property information. Is this a single family? Is this an entire family? Lots of different tools here. Let's say I wanted to list it as a unit. And you'll just start filling in all that information for your property. So as you can see, it asks you lots of questions, so we don't want to leave anything out. Pets allowed, is this age restricted? You can upload property photos, utilities and maintenance that are included, and features and amenities. And then, of course, the affordability or any additional incentives. Maybe you're gifting, you're giving 50% off your first month of rent, or maybe with the approval immediately, you get your first month free. Anything like that, that'd be under incentives. Online chat is also available. So if you put how can we help, that's here. Sends an email directly to our customer service team. So you can go back to the main page for a second, show you some additional things. Let's go back to the dashboard. So your inbox would be here as well. If you have any pending responses you haven't replied to or seen, your applicants, prospects, everything we went over, it's still here. Something that I apologize was not in the PowerPoint that I want to show you is comparables. You can add a comparable to affordablehousing.com. So on the rent reasonable side, we go to over 300 websites daily, and we're constantly pulling data for everyone before they're even a client. And then we upload that into the system on the housing authority side. So if the housing authority ever asked you to add comparables, you can actually do it yourself, and it's flagged the same way, and it's added into their account. So you can click on add a comparable. As you can see here, this is our company address. So you'll see this address a lot, the 5000 T-Rex Ave. You'll add a comparable, you'll go through the process. Now you can, if you need an instant, if you were in a time crunch, I always recommend, even if it's a large apartment complex, to just add it as individual units. If you were to click apartment communities, it's going to download a form for you that you can email it into us. Now turnaround for that is typically longer than the individual units. That's why I say if you're in a time crunch, I would just add them myself if I were you. It is instant, automatically adds them to the database. As long as everything is correct and verified, it's pretty instant on when it shows up on the housing authority side. So just go through this, and this is only for comparables. So if the housing authority asked you, said, hey, you know, you're asking for $2,000, this is just way too much rent in this area. If you want, you can submit comparables to affordablehousing.com, and we can see if we can justify that. Then this is how you would do that. You would try to find at least, I always recommend 3 comparables as close matching to the subject unit as possible. So you're taking into consideration everything: distance, location, amenities, utilities, square footage, your bill, all those 9 factors of HUD. You want to try to find something as close matching as possible. So for example, if you have a 2-bedroom apartment, you do not want to add a comparable for a 5-bedroom house, because there's no way the housing authority is going to use that comp, especially if there's a lot of other 2 bedrooms within that same area that are apartments. Now, if you have a 2-bedroom apartment that you're trying to lease up, let's say it's going for $2,000, and you did your research and you found that there are properties out there that are 2 bedrooms and also going for $2,000, then you can add those comparable, not the subject property, those comparable properties into the database. And you would go ahead and fill out all this information. So it's just asking you all the information about the comparable, what amenities there are, utilities, square footage, all that. Once you're done, you'll hit save comparable, and then all the comparables you've ever added will be under this comparables tab right in here. So this test account's only had 1, so that's where you'll go ahead and see that. All right. That's basically the wrap up of the entire presentation. I apologize, it was a little bit quicker than I anticipated. It was like about 30 minutes. So does anybody have any questions on anything I touched based on? I know that was a lot of information. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull up that phone number one more time in case you guys had any questions afterwards. So this would be your best point of contact, goes directly to our customer service team. So our number again is 866-466-7328. That's 866-466-7328. It'll go directly to our customer service department that are available 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday to Thursday, 9 to 6 on Fridays. They're also multilingual. They speak English, Spanish, and Haitian Creole, and we're constantly adding new languages in order to support the community. So if you have any questions, you can call them directly. We have a great manager in the landlord owner support side that she's very knowledgeable. She's actually just been with the company 14 years as of last week. So they'll be more than happy to assist you folks.
Okay,
Yeah. Oh, sorry, DeAndre.
okay, Elizabeth, I do, I thank you. This, you know, your presentations is always so helpful, and I do wish, I would do desire that more landlords, you know, use the portal for all of its benefits, you know, especially the premium products. The premium products could really help get their units out there. And we have plenty of participants here in the Hobart area looking to move. And so I hope that landlords do take this opportunity to use your website as a valuable tool to advertise all of their units here in Hopewell.
Definitely, yeah, and we can always send you folks some marketing materials if you don't have any, to try to assist these landlords as well. Like I said, our team is very knowledgeable, and our manager has just been here 14 years on the owner side, and then for the tenant side, I believe our other manager has been here for about the same amount of time. It's either 14 or 13 years. So honestly, we have 3 great managers in the customer service department that have just expanded it since COVID, and we're very grateful for them. Because if they don't know the answer, there's an issue, because they're very knowledgeable.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Customer service is very valuable during these times. It's very valuable.
Yep. Well, if any of your, if you share this with any of your landlords and they have any questions, I'm just going to end it with this PowerPoint slide so they can call them directly. Very helpful team, like I said. So,
Is this going to be recorded? I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Penny, I'll record it and I'm going to put it on the department's YouTube page, and I can
Okay.
send the link for that so you can view this at any time.
Okay, thank you.
Of course. Well, like I mentioned, any issues at all, any questions, even from the housing authority side, you folks know how to reach me directly if needed. I'm more than happy to assist in any way I can, right? But I hope you folks have a great rest of your week.
You too, Elizabeth. Thank you for coming.
Of course. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.